Hello everyone, greetings from Hundredfold Academy. In today's session, we will specifically cover your general paper on reasoning for your common university entrance test for your postgraduate upcoming tests. So basically, as you know, as you sit for CUET-PG, your entrance for admission to all postgraduate programs in central, state and deemed universities, right? There will be more than 178 universities that will be participating or connected through this exams, and it's computer-based testing. Exams, as you know, it's conducted by NTA or the National Testing Agency. Now, the structure of the exams, basically, you will be having 100 MCQ questions, and out of which it is divided into two parts. Now, part A is 25 questions. You will have 25 questions, which is your general paper. And part B is 75 questions, which is your domain paper. When we say about domain paper, is a paper where you would like to take your master's. Your domain paper can be history, political science, economics, physics, chemistry, so on and so forth. However, you should also understand that for every correct answer, you get 4 marks, and for there's a negative marking for your wrong answer, you will be deducted 1 mark. So it's -1. So you've got to be very careful as you attempt your papers. Answer only first those that you are very, very sure, and those that you are not sure, do not take much of a risk. Take a calculative risk and see, you see 50% that you are not sure, then you just see 1 or 2, play the elimination round, remove or eliminate the one that you're guaranteed is wrong answer, and then 0 down to 2 and take that calculative risk a little bit. So, as you know, you'll have general papers of 25 questions which carries 100 marks. It can be a game changer. It can decide whether you're in or not because it's 100 marks, right? So today I'm going to help you with this general paper. In this session, general paper has got general awareness, English, quantitative aptitude and reasoning. In today's video, I'll be covering on reasoning. Okay, so when we talk about reasoning, there are 5-6 core topics that is very frequently asked in your PGCUET. I've referred to your previous year's question papers, and I've just handpicked some very, very important topics as far as reasoning is concerned. So the first topic is on coding, decoding. So coding, decoding is a very common topic which is asked in every exams, and the same with CUET-PG as well. So when you do coding, decoding, what you'll have to do is you'll have to understand this chart. How do you prepare this chart? In fact, you can even prepare before you go for your exams, or get your rough and prepare this chart. So this chart basically is writing your letters in the English alphabet, A, B, C, D till Z. All right, so 26 letters in the English alphabet, and you number them. A is 1, B is 2, C is 3, and so on and so forth, and you get Z would be 26. Also reverse. Z, you write 1, Y2, X3, W4, and it goes A26. With this chart, you'll be able to solve many of your coding, decoding questions. So basically, you understand that A is 1. For example, T is 20, R is 18. So in coding, decoding, you see whether the letters are shifting. Let's say, for example, R became S, then it is +1. S becomes T, then it is +1. We will see the exercise and it'll give you a better understanding. For example, you see that if good is coded as hype, then how will you code bold? So see, with that chart, let's say for example, here we have G, O, G-O-O-D. So what you do is, below this word G-O-O-D, you write the word that I've already given you, H-P-P-E. So this is called coding by letter shifting. If you see, these letters shifted. G became H, that means +1. O became P, +1. O became P +1. D is E, +1. So G, H, O, P, O, P, D, E. As you refer to the, to your previous slides that I've shown you, the table, right? So you have decoded that this letter is shifted by one letter. So it's a +1. So same way, what you're going to do is you'll have to do the same thing for the letter bowl. So +1, +1, +1, +1. So B becomes C, O, P, L, M, D becomes E. So your right answer is C-P-M-E. So that's how we do shifting letters, and sometimes it can be plus. Here we've got +1, +1. It depends. It can be +2, +2, +3, +3. Sometimes it can be in increasing order, +2, +3, +4, and sometimes it can be in negative as well. So I'm going to just show you some more sums to give you a better understanding. Let's say name is quoted as MZLD. So the same thing you will do with name, as it is quoted as MZLD. So you go NAME and MZLD. So let's see M. So M is one letter before N. So it is -1. A becomes Z. So Z is one letter before, because you see, why before, sir? A, if you go in cycle, Z, right? A, B, C, D, Z. So before A is Z, after Z is A. Remember that. So this also becomes -N. M becomes L, -1. E becomes D, -1. So what you have decoded is this one is shifted backward by one letter, -1. So the same way, what you will do is you'll do the same for this letter, same. S-A-M-E. So one letter, R becomes S, so -1 is R. A again Z, L, M, D, E. So then you got -1, -1, -1. So your answer is R, Z, L, D. Okay, so that's basically how you do coding, decoding. It's not difficult, all right? And this is just to help you understand how things are done. Nonetheless, we have these long programs. You can always be in touch with the Hundredfold Academy. And how do you get the materials, solutions, questions for your various exams? And there are many more that you can learn as you get in touch with the Academy. So likewise, there can be another type in your coding, decoding. This type, we call it coding by substitution. Now when we talk about coding with substitution, it's not the same as shifting of letters. Here it says cages are called rockets. So now if you see here, cages are called rockets. Rockets are called traps. Traps are called planets. Planets are called aeroplanes. Aeroplanes are called cycles. Cycles now are called cars. So what do you do is, now what is Earth? Now we all know that Earth is a planet, right? So Earth is a planet. But when we talk Earth, it's a planet, but what do you call planet as per substitution? Our planets are called aeroplanes. So planets are called aeroplanes. So what is Earth? Earth is aeroplane. So your answer is aeroplane. So this is coding by substitution. So sometimes you may get coding by substitution. All right. So this is the second type of coding. Of course, there are many types of coding, but I'm just showing you some key ones, because for your CUET-PG, the very simple ones will come, not really the difficult ones like when we do for banking, SSC, and other various competitive exams which we prepare our students. So I've just handpicked for you guys easy ones. Now, sometimes you get coding, which I've named it by reversing letters. So you see, sometimes what happens is you will be tempted to do immediately by the shifting method, like T, and you'll go and write this one. If you go by the shifting method, it may not help you. So here, because this case is not a shifting, you'll not be able to solve through shifting. What they have done is, this word temperature, they have written it reverse. See, T-E-M-P-E-R-A-T-U-R-E. So they have reversed the word temperature. So same way, what you will do is you will reverse the word education. So it will be N-O-I-T-A-C-U-D-E. So your answer is N-O-I-T-A-C-U-D-E. So this is how you decode if it comes by reversing it. So this is called type through reversing letters. So another one that I will show you is called coding based on numbers. So how do we do based on numbers? Is here they have given you, for example, they've given you the value. They say A is 1. Refer to the chart that I've mentioned earlier. B is 2, right? C is 3, and so on. So basically, so if A is 1, B is 2, so you just put their value here. So A is 1. Okay, let me just do it for you. A, if you refer to the chart I've mentioned, A is 1, B is 2, C is 3, D is 4, E is 5. So this is how you do decoded based on numbers. So your answer is 1, 5, 5, 3, 4. So this is another type that may come for your CUET, which now you are familiar. Let's take another type, which they can say in a certain code 3 is written as R. So basically what you'll have to do is you have to create a kind of a small table. Let's say R is written as 3. Okay, you can create. Then they say D is 4. 5 is coded as N, so N is your 5, and your 6, so P is coded as 6 as per this question. So you've got 3, 4, 5, 6, and they want to know what about, how will you write 5, 3, 4, 4, 6. So basically 5, 3, 4, 4, 6. So 5 is what? 5 is N. 3 is R. What about 4? 4 is D. D, and your 6 is P. So for 5, 3, 4, 4, 6, your answer is, sorry, not 5, sorry, 5 is N. All right? So it'll be N, R, D, D, P. So it's very easy. Coding, decoding is one of the easiest as far as competitive exams are concerned, or even for your general test CUET. So another, maybe one more type we will see on coding, decoding is sometimes they call it mathematical operations. Now what they'll do is they give you, sorry, tail is written as 38. How would you write the word came? All right. So what they did here is basically they just add all the values of these letters. All right. You go and refer again to the chart. The value of these letters, if you add, it's equal to 38. Let's take, for example, C is, I'm sure yours is 3, plus A is 1 plus M, I assume, must be 13 plus E is 5. So 13 plus 5, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. So your answer is came is 22. So this is another very easy one. So here we are, I've just tried to help you a little bit about coding, decoding. So because of it's a short interaction with all of you, if you want further more details, just stay in touch with us and I'm going to help you with more materials, or just call Hundredfold Academy. The next one that I see very frequent that comes for your CUET-PG is on directions. Now, directions is very, very simple. It's one of the easiest one that you cannot go wrong. You see, it's just basically move left, move right. Left, right, forward. Okay? It's like you giving me a direction to come to your home. All right? Then you say, from the bus stand, come straight forward, take left, take right. As simple as that. But for that, you will have to understand whether I'm walking north, I'm walking south, where I'm walking east, walking west. For example, right now, let's say I'm facing north. I'm just saying, for example, I'm facing north. So because I'm facing north, you see my stylus is on the right hand. All right? But then the moment I turn south, my stylus is on the left side. So it's very important, because if you miss out whether it's north or south, east or west, your answer will be completely opposite. So that is very, very important as you do direction. You got to know north, south, east and west. Now when you go north, then this is your right, this is your left. All right, let me just show you, because it's very, very important. So when you read the question, be very careful whether the person is moving north, south, east or west. If the person is moving north, then this is right, this is left. If the person is moving east, then this is right, this is left. South would be just the opposite and west will be just the opposite. So this is what you will have to remember, where this person is going. Second thing you need to know is half of this is basically, half of this is always a 45 degree. So when you talk about 45 degree, now your northeast, southwest. Okay, so here we go. All these would give you a 45 degree. So northeast would be 45 degree, southeast 45 degree, and southwest 45 degree, likewise with northwest. So these are the things you need to remember. As I said, one full turn is 90 degree, another full turn is 90 degree, 90 degree and 90 degrees. So the one full turn, you come back to the same place, is 360 degree. Why is this important? Because sometimes you get question that's based on degree. They'll say a person heading north turned 30 degree anti-clockwise. Then he went 60 degree clockwise. So at the end they'll say which direction. So you got to just move 30 degree, 60 degree. So degree will help you with those kind of questions. But if so if it's a straight line, then it is 180 degree, right? Opposite direction. So every time you turn right, it's always a 90 degree. When you turn left, all right, 90 degree. When you turn left, it's again a 90 degree. So every time you turn, you have to understand, when I say turn right, it's 90 degree, turn left, it's 90 degree. Only when they say goes opposite direction, then opposite direction would be 180 degrees. All right. So let's say we have to do a little bit of calculation. They say that Mr. X goes from point A to point B, and from point B he turns and goes to point C. Now, and they'll ask you a question, what is the shortest distance from the original point to the ending point? Oh, okay, so the shortest distance, it's this one, right? So they'll ask you, they'll give you from here to here. Let's say they say from here to here it's 100, from here to here it's, let's say they say 60. How much is here? For this type of question, you'll have to use your old school Pythagoras theorem, where the sum of the square of the two sides of a triangle is equal to the third side. So AC square equal to AB square plus BC square. In case question comes on you finding out the third side of a triangle, then you will have to use your Pythagoras theorem. All right, but I'm sure your questions for CUET-PG will be simpler ones, as I've referred to your previous years. So let's take, for example, this question. I am facing east. All right, so mistakes student makes is the moment this person says I am facing east, they start drawing that this person is moving east. Here they didn't say he is moving east. He's just facing east. You see? So you got to be very careful. He's facing east and immediately he turned. Let's say I'm facing east and then I turn to my right immediately. So I walk to my right. Now there are two kinds of questions you've got to be very, very careful. One is whether he's facing or he's walking. Second one is this one. Very, very important. All right. It says that now the question is in which direction. So it's very different. Okay. If the answer, the question is just in which direction, the answer would be different. And in this case, it says from my original position. What's the difference? I'll give you an example. Let's say I started from this point, starting point, and I went down, I went here, and now I am here. It's a new position. If the question says in which direction is he going, all right, then he's going north. In which direction is he going? He's going north. But then here they didn't ask you which direction he's going. Let's say, for example, here it says in which direction is he from the original position. So the answer will be different, because this is original, this is west, this is east, this is south, and this is north. So from the original position, now he is on the western side. You see? So if they are asking you to compare with the original position, then he's on the west. But just in which direction, then he's on the north. So in your exams, you got to be very careful. Is it in which direction he's moving? Or are they asking in which direction is he from the original position? So that is very, very important, you know, as you solve direction. One is first know which direction the person is going, and number two is, am I just supposed to find out direction, or am I supposed to compare in which direction the person is moving? So in this case, let's say he says I am facing east. So I've just kept here I'm facing east. He's just facing east. But then he turned to the right and go. So he didn't walk to the east. He turned to the right and go 20. So left is this side. If he turned left, it's going this side. But he turned right. So from here, he turned right. He went 20 meters. And then again, he turned to the left. All right. So you have to know. Now again, he turned left. He walked 20 meters. And again, he go to the right, he went 20 meters, and then from there he went 40 meters to, all right, and then last he again went 40 meters to the right. So this was his starting position, this is his new position. So if they would have asked in which direction is he moving, then the answer is he's going north. But here it is saying, no, from the original position. So this is his original position, this is the east, this is west, this is north, this is south. So right now he is on the western side. So your answer would be his new position is on the west. So that's how direction question comes. And likewise, let's say for example, sometimes you just have to find direction, but sometimes you may have to do even a bit of calculation. Like this sums. They say, Bhairav walked 30 feet towards the north. Now you know this person is walking towards the north. It's not facing north. Then look left and turn and walk 15 feet. He again took left and then walked. So they have given you 15 feet. They have given you 30 feet. So numbers is there. So some calculation will be there. They want to know how far is he from, in which direction, how far? 1. And in which direction is he? Again from the starting point. So here Bhairav walked 30 feet towards the north. And then he took this is left turn, this is right turn, and he says he took a left turn. And then again walked for 15 feet. Then again he took a left turn and walked for 30 feet. Now how far? So this is his new position and this is his old position. So now you see, if this is 50 feet, this is also 50 feet. So now how far? He is 50 feet. And which direction? If he is this side, now he is towards his west. So the answer would be 50 feet to the west. So this is how simple is direction for you as you prepare for your CUET PG. Next topic that comes is series. Series, I mean, all of you who love to watch series, right, these days, you know, in Netflix and so on. It's just basically like your Korean series. What comes next is a series. And there are many types of series, but basically it is just an arrangement. It can be numbers, letters, symbols, or mix. So in your case, most probably you will be getting your number series, and then this type of series, there are 4 types of series: the number series, the alphabet series, the alphanumeric series, and sometimes we have letters, symbols, and numbers. So I'm going to help you a little bit with your number series. So let's see the Fibonacci series. Fibonacci series is basically you just need to add with the previous number. So I'll just show you the different types, okay? So this sequence is a series of numbers where a number is found by adding up the number before it. Let me take a question for you. This comes in your exams. 0, 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13, and 21. So the series is you will have to find out what is the next number. Now when you talk about what is the next number, we will apply the Fibonacci series. So as I said, you just need to add the previous number. So 0, let's just see here, 0 plus 1, 0 plus 1 gives me 1, 1 plus 1, 2, 1 plus 2, 3, 2 plus 3 is 5, 3 plus 5, 8, 5 plus 8, 13, 8 plus 13, 21. So now 13 plus 21, I guess 3 plus 1, 4. The next one is 34. So this is basically what the Fibonacci series says. You just have to add with your previous one and you can find out what is the next series. Let's take another example. This is again addition, but you know it may not necessarily be adding with the previous one. Now for example, if you see this, what would be the series here? 3, 6, 9, 12. You see here there is an increase because you can see the numbers are increasing. So the chances is that it will be addition because it's increasing. So if you see 3 is 6, they increase by 3, they increase by 3, by 3. So these increase is going by 3. So you know that the series is increasing by 3. So next after 18, then 19, 20, 21. So your next series is 21. So this is another type. Let's take another type. Now this case, you see, it's slightly different. Now in this case, what you have noticed is, sir, it's not increasing, but is decreasing. From 52, it became 49. From 49, it became 46, 43, 40. So it is decreasing. So in this case, our case is that the number series is decreasing. Decreased by how much? 3, 3, 3, 3. So next answer is also decreased by 3, which will be 47. So that's how these simple shifting of numbers, either by increasing or decreasing. In this case, slightly different. Now it may not be the same. You see, from 94 it became 90. So that means it decreased by 4. Then this one decreased by 5, decreased by 6, decreased by 7, and it goes on. So now this is a case of decrease. So 5, then you have decreased by 6, by 7, by 8, the next one will decrease by 9. So I think around about 55 is your answer. So this is your series for you. Sometimes these types come, but sometimes there are different types that comes. So in this case, it's not about just decreasing, increasing. In this case, you see it's different. How is it different? Though it's increasing, but it's the square. It's 2 square, 3 square, 4 square, 5 square, 6 square, 7 square. So the next one will be your 8 square. So that's how you solve. So 8 square would be, 8 square, so 8 square will be 64. So this is another type. So basically those were some of the series types that that may be handy for you to learn as you prepare for your CUET general paper, especially in your reasoning. The next one is blood relation. Now blood relation, the best way to crack blood relation, what is blood relation? They'll just say, pointing to the lady, he said, she is the daughter of my uncle's brother, sister, and how am I related? Something on those lines, right? So the best way to do is by understanding symbols. For example, let me help you with symbol. I like to make it with square and circle. So let me give you an example. So if it's a male, for me, then I will draw a square. If it's a female, I will draw a circle. All right? So very important. So male, female, male, female. Are you clear? Now, if it's just relationship, I will draw just a line. So let's say this is relationship. So he's male, female, they are brothers and sister. But if I put arrow, then they are married, they are couples. So if I put arrow, then they are husband and wife. Now if I draw one line down, it's one generation down. If I have another line, then it's two generation down. So this is married couple, husband and wife. If I put one down, that means next generation. If I put a circle, that means she is their daughter. If I put a square, that means son. So they are brother and sister. Again, let's say this one, so for this fellow, she is a daughter, but for them becomes granddaughter. Likewise, if there is a box for him, maybe it's If I put like this, then it's son. Likewise, this one also, granddaughter, if I put this. And then for them, grandchildren and grandparents. So this is basically how you do blood relation. Let's take one question. So as I said, male, female, couple, relationship, right? So let's take a question here. It says A is the son. So son would be what? Square, right? As I said, A is a son. So son would be square. So A is a son. So when I say son, so it will be one generation down. Son of B. A is the son of B. But B is not his father, so it cannot be square, right? B is not his father. So if he's not his father, then automatically she is his mother. All right? Find out how is A related to B. Most of the student makes this question and they'll say mother, mother, mother. No, they're asking how is A. A is son, B is mother. So how is A related to B? It's not mother, right? A is the son of B. So the right answer is son. So A is the son of B. So the answer would be son. So this is how you solve blood relation. Same way here, B is the mother of C, but C is, so B is the mother. So encircle, right? And then, but C is not her daughter. If she's not the daughter, then he has to be son. So now how is C related to B? Again, the answer is son. So this is how you approach blood relation. Next, we will touch base on analogy. So analogy is they'll give you to compare between two things. All right. So basically it's a word used in terms of comparing two things. Let me give you examples right away. Like here, compare two things. So here let's compare country and currency. So India is rupees. So here we're comparing between country and currency. So Bangladesh will be taka. So if I give you exam like this, India, rupees, Bangladesh, then they'll give you option, you'll have to tick taka. So it can be that. Second, it can be state or capital. Let's say they say Maharashtra, Mumbai, you have to find out what is Uttar Pradesh. So answer is Lucknow. More examples. It can be animals and sounds. Let's say lion, roar. So cat, mew. And sometimes it can give you individual things and their classes. Chair is furniture. Cups, it's crockery. So basically comparison of two things. Sometimes it can be male and female. Horse is mare, cow is bull. Sometimes it can be quantity and the unit. How do you measure quantities? If energy is measured by joule, angle is radian. So there are more examples. This is about where they stay or where you keep these things. So animals, you'll find it in the zoo. So patient also you find it in the hospital. Sometimes it can be sports and their area. Where boxing happens, in the ring. Where cricket happens, in the pitch. So let's take this one from your exam's point of view. Herds, cow, and they have given you these options. Now, a group of cows are called herds. When one full group of cows are called herds. A group of audience cannot be theater. A group of cars cannot be parking lot. Group of children cannot be birthday party. A group of class cannot be pupil. But a group of musician can be orchestra. So the answer is a group of musicians form an orchestra. So this is how you solve. Let's take some quick ones. So as I said, Bangladesh taka. Now this one you'll have to find out the odd one. So it's a bit of general knowledge as well. Bangladesh taka correct, Brazil real correct, but the wrong one is Cyprus dollars. So that is wrong. So that's the odd one out. Sometimes you may get something, the odd one out. Here, there's a different type. Now, flow, the river flow. But when it's stagnant, then it becomes a pool, because pool is stagnant. So the answer is pool. So that's another type analogy. And I've seen statement and argument, and statement and assumptions are also very frequently asked for your CUET-PG. As I said, we can only touch base a little bit to help you for the upcoming CUET-PG exams on your reasoning part. So I'll do the last one, statement and argument or statement assumption. It depends on exam. It's different. Let's say, for example, an argument is something like this. A statement will be given to you and they will give you two options, all right, or three options on arguments, and you'll have to say whether argument 1 is strong, argument 2 is strong, argument 3 is strong, or both are strong, or all are strong. That you'll have to decide. We will do an example in a while. However, how do I know whether the statement is the argument is strong? Let me give you an example. Now an example can be all right, should CUET entrance tests should we have CUET entrance tests for our postgraduates? Argument 1, no, because we don't have enough exam centers. Now, just because we don't have exam centers, so should we exempt CUET-PG? So maybe the argument is not that strong. Okay? So then you have to say weak argument. And assumption is different. Assumption is, statement says all the students must wear face mask. So what will you argue? So it will not be argument, but it will be assumption. Assumption is because there is coronavirus around. So you have to assume there is coronavirus, that's why we have to wear masks. Or in another word, please maintain social distancing. So you will have to assume that by maintaining social distancing, we will curb or reduce the spread of coronavirus. So you see, argument and assumption is different. So check very carefully in exams whether they're asking you statement argument or statement assumption. Sometimes assumption, they'll say, they will not say true or false, they'll say implicit, explicit, another term they use. Implicit means true, explicit means false. So how do I check? I'll just give you some guidelines how to check whether the argument is weak or the argument is strong. Weak arguments, that's not clear. The argument is too simple. The argument just simply support or denies. It just promotes or prohibit. They are weak arguments. And strong argument is based on facts. It's based on universal facts, on all accepted with statistics and so on. So this is how you have to approach your statement, argument, statement, assumption. And I see one of the types of questions that comes very often for your CUET-PG is on statements, arguments, assumption. Let's take the first one. Now, should India encourage exports when most things are insufficient for internal itself, So here the argument says yes, we have to earn foreign exchange to pay for our imports. Number 2 says no, even selective encouragement would lead to shortage. Now here we go. Now as I said, that strong arguments has to be universal fact. What is the universal fact? Universal fact is that imports are paid, so imports money goes out. Export money comes in. So whatever money we get from export, we are paying to our import. That's a universal fact. All right. So yes, because we have to earn foreign exchange to pay for our imports. So argument 1 is strong. No, even selective encouragement would lead to shortage. This is just prohibition immediately. So it's a weak one. Because why? If I encourage export, it doesn't mean that we will have shortage. So second one is weak, first one is strong. So it'll say tick A if argument 1 is strong. Tick B if argument 2 is strong. Tick C if both the argument is strong. Tick D if both the arguments are weak. So that's how you approach statement argument. So here statement and assumption, I think this is assumption. I just will make some changes here. This is okay. So let's see on the assumption part. Read the study material prepared by XYZ to get a high score in the exam. So assumption is study material prepared by XYZ is of good quality. Getting a high score in the exam is desirable. So understand this. You see, now read study material. So he's saying that, you know, there is a good study material prepared by a company. If you read that, you will score well. That means the quality of that company, the materials of the quality materials of that company must be very good. So study material prepared by XYZ is of good quality. So yes, it's strong. So it is strong, or I've used the word implicit. All right. Second one says, get a high score in exam is desirable. Yes, I have to assume because student wants, you know, high grades, high marks. That's why they want good material. So getting a high score in the exam is desirable. So both are implicit. You see? So this is how you approach on. So what we have a statement, argument, statement, assumption. So today, basically, I've just helped you on this video on your reasoning part of general papers. In days to come, I will help you with quantitative aptitude, which is basic maths, and also on English. So on that note, I'll wind up my sessions on CUET-PG reasoning on your general paper. You can stay in touch with us, Hundredfold Academy, 801-453-9710. Call us if you need some support, study material, reference guides, and we also cover a lot of other competitive exams like your MPSC, banking, SSC, civil service, interviewing skills, personality development. We are very close in the city of Shillong in Nongmalki, near 7 Set School. So stay in touch with us. We love to hear from you. We love to support you all. So all the very best for your upcoming exams, and I'm sure you all will do very, very well. So take care.